Wow,
visa for Cameroon also came through a whole lot of drama. All I can show you right now, I'm really excited to be going into Cameroon. It is the first Nigerian city with a network of paved roads. It is the first Nigerian city with a post office. It is the first Nigerian city with... Hello and welcome back to the channel. It is 5 minutes past 3 p.m. local time here in Calabar, Cross River State, Nigeria. Just like things were a bit sketchy and a bit patchy and a bit slow in Lagos and Benin City, it is the same thing here in Calabar, and the whole trip in Nigeria has been a bit slower. In the previous episode, I mentioned I had some problem with my motorcycle all the way from Lagos to Benin City, and then we continued to Calabar. The problem still persisted, but when we got to Calabar, the main reason was to get a visa for Cameroon, and then the real problem of my bike emerged again. It was a pair of parts that I needed to change and get the bike working. It wasn't the carburetor, which I had cleaned and serviced. It wasn't the fuel tank, which I had washed and treated. It wasn't the spark plugs that I had replaced twice. It was something different. The CDIs of the bike, this thing here. Yes. Unfortunately, I didn't get the CDI to buy here in Calabar, and so I had to wait and get it ordered from the UK. Thanks to my brothers, Kweku and Ariel. These brothers have been very, very helpful. I watched YouTube videos on how to get the CDI back working. If you can get to replace them, the tutorials I got basically all were leading in the direction of cutting the CDI open and just re-solder the components, because it is kind of hard to have a CDI fail. But actually my CDIs failed completely. I've already installed the new ones. So we are unboxing the CDI we got. My brother mechanic, Mr. Ima, is unboxing. Mr. Ima, do you think this will work?
Yes.
It will work?
Yes.
Okay, let's try. Nice. Let me start. 1, 2, 3.
A few moments later.
It has started.
Wow, the bike has started.
And the bike is back firing properly. I don't expect any other major issue on the bike since this CDI issue has been fixed. As at now, visa for Cameroon also came through a whole lot of drama. What it is this. The Cameroonian visa for Ghanaian nationals is electronic visa, which is commonly called the e-visa. So I got the e-visa, but the thing is, if you are living in a city where there is no Cameroonian embassy or consulate, you get to the border post or point of entry into the country, and then you have the visa sticker sticked into your passport. But if you are closer to a consulate or an embassy, you get there and then you get the visa. Here in Calabar, I cannot get the visa sticker sticked into my passport, mainly because the machine is not in use right now, which means I have the visa but it's not in my passport, and if I have to wait for the visa here in Calabar, I'm going to with a bit more, and I'm staying in a hotel. I'm paying a lot of money. I'm spending much bigger proportion of my budget staying in Nigeria alone, and that is actually not helpful. The land border post should be able to let me through, but they also currently don't have the visa printing machine. The best way out, or the only alternative I have now, is to go all the way back to Lagos and get to the embassy, have the visa sticked in my passport. But Lagos is over 700 kilometers away, and it takes a lot of money, time, and energy to get there. I don't think I want to go back to Lagos, because I asked at the consulate if the consul could give me a cover letter explaining why I don't have the sticker in my passport, so that when I get to the land post, they will let me through. I get to the city, Douala, and then I get to wherever I'm supposed to get the sticker in the passport. We are done. But the consulate said they can't also provide any letter, and that the immigration department is fully in charge of this. And the best place I can get the immigration officers is at the land border. So tomorrow I am going to take a trip to the border and go have a chat. I have the printed copy of the visa. Let me show you, or I can show you right now. Tomorrow I'm going to take this to the border and speak with the immigration officers if they will let me in. If they don't let me in, I may have to stay until they let me in. I am legally permitted to be in Cameroon once I have this. The only thing is, it is not sticked in my passport. So that is the update right now. I mean, it's a bit challenging, but I'm really excited to be going into Cameroon. In the meantime, let's see if we can go on the bike, ride around. I think this is also a way of testing the bike and making sure that it is fully ready for the rest of the journey ahead. So let's just ride around town and see what we can see, and talk a little bit about Calabar, the capital city of Cross River State, Nigeria. I'm already loving the beautiful sunshine this afternoon. It's so beautiful. The green here in Calabar is just absolutely amazing. And this area is called a Kurinim suburb of Isien. Calabar is such a green city. It's quite an old city. It has maintained much of its post-colonial structures, architecture and culture. So it was in the 15th century. That was when the Portuguese explorers, you know them already, they've been exploring. They were the first Europeans to show their presence in the west coast of Africa. Calabar was one of the cities they explore in the sub-region. When they came here, the original people who were living here were the Kwas, who are currently in the Cross River State here in Nigeria, and also the southwestern bit of Cameroon. The original name of Calabar was Akwa Ipa. That's another beautiful runabout ahead. It's a statue of Jesus Christ with the flag of Calabar, and then some lamps at the foot of the statue. Beautiful statue. Right. So when the Portuguese came here, they called this place Calabar. It is believed that when they got here, the Calabar beans was quite common in the area. So they called this place Calabar after the Calabar beans. Yeah. The city is just by the Calabar River and the Cross River Delta. By the 1700s, the British had also shown their face in the area. Slave trade was very, very rampant. And just between 1725 and 1775, roughly 62,000 enslaved Africans were sold out of the continent to European slave traders and were taken to the Americas and several other parts on the other side of the Atlantic. The Efik tribe is the dominated tribe here in Calabar. This is the entrance of the city. So yeah, in the 1600s, the Efik people migrated from the Niger River area. They were fleeing war from their kindred, the Ibibayo people, and so they moved towards this side, and then they dominated the region and subsequently overruled the Kwa people. The Efik people were at the forefront of the slave trade. So this is the Cross River runabout, a symbol of the city. So the Igbo people, because they scattered around, they became so vulnerable to the slave trade and they were easily captured. Let's get a fall somewhere around here and then we can continue. Hello. Thank you. Do with 7,000. Okay, so let's get back talking. Still on the history of Calabar. So later on, the United States and United Kingdom agreed to prohibit slave trade on the continent. And so in 1815, they arrested 7 Portuguese and Spanish slave ships at the shores of Calabar. So yeah, many of our ancestors who were enslaved and sold out of the continent were shipped from here. But then again, later on, the Scottish Presbyterian Church established a mission here, and so notable people like Hope Waddell came to serve. Hope Waddell was a medical doctor. Mary Slessor also came and served from 1876 or so until 1916 or 1915. They worked actively to stop some cultural practices. The Efik people were known for killing newborn twins. When a king or an elder dies, they would sacrifice people as servants to go and serve them in the dead world. Mary Slessor and her colleague missionaries worked to change that. They also worked to change or abolish giving people poison to drink when they are accused of a crime. If you perpetrated a crime, the poison would kill you. But if you were innocent, the poison would not harm you. Unlike other names that would change after colonial rule, Calabar remains Calabar.
The Calabar metropolitan area should have a population of about 685,000 people living in this beautiful place. The city has quite a number of tourist attractions like the Tinapa Trading Center, the Millennium Park, the Slave Museum, Marina Beach. The state also boasts of some waterfalls and national parks, and so anybody wanting to experience the city or the region, these are some of the things you can find around. And you see these kind of minivans ahead of me, this very one and the other blue ahead. These vans are quite common. They are for commuting within and outside the city. Competitive means of transport would be the tricycles and motorbikes, commercial motorbikes. I love it in Calabar because it is calm, peaceful, and green. It is not aggressive as I have experienced so far. People take things quite easy here. It is not too congested, and it is a nice city. Yeah, to be honest. A typical market street in the center of the city. The University of Calabar is not too far from here. So this area is where you get most of the interstate or intercity transport. Most of them are minivans running between states right here at the University of Calabar area. It's more like a tech market to the right. I bought few things here and also got my laptop fixed around this place in the last couple of days. You find banks around the city quite well. This is the University of Calabar roundabout. I don't know what the Latin statue stands for. I may have to check it out later. But this is the University of Calabar entrance. Truly a typical African city. Very busy. We're just going to go to the market area and see what we've got there. What market? Calabar. You find fruits, vegetables, clothing, electronics, you name it. Anything you would think about as needful, you get them here at the Wat Market. This is the Millennium Park also. Beautiful. popularly known as 1111. I came here once with Echo and Gauchers, and then I came again all by myself. It is usually busy on weekends, like Saturdays and Sundays. That's when you find a lot of young people coming here to play and to have fun, to catch up, to entertain themselves. I think we should get to the Marina Park now and see. Such a lovely place. The twisty roads here. Nice. That's the Calabar River just ahead. The College of Nursing Sciences, Calabar, right here. This is the place where you have a lot of the colonial buildings. If I'm not exaggerating, it should be the Duke Town they've been talking about. I don't really know where Duke Town is, but looking at the way this place is, this place bears the mark of colonial buildings. It should be it. So if you go up here, you see a lot of those buildings. We are at the entrance of the Marina Beach. I think the Slave Museum is somewhere here. It should be that one day. I don't know if it is open because there's a construction work going on. I don't intend going inside actually. I have visited too many slave facilities or museums in West Africa. So pretty much I've had enough of slave stuff. So I'm not going to go in there again. Okay, nice. It's quite a lovely place. Is it safe to bring kids here? Absolutely yes. It is safe. Look at that. For kids, you can come here with your children and they'll have a lovely time. Like a studio, photo studio. That is it right there. You can go have some photo shoot if you come here. You can also come and enjoy some meal with your family. It is weekend, so a lot of people are here. They're having fun. Lovely boats. If you want to go on a boat ride, this is the place to come. Because Calabar is a port city, Nigeria exports pretty much palm oil from the port of Calabar. I might say so far, Calabar has been restful for me, reflective. It has been very calm for me. It is a place of retreat for me. This leads to the Slave Museum inside there. It's a huge anchor. Lovely. So as I wrap up on this video, let me just highlight some few achievements of the city of Calabar. Calabar is the first Nigerian city with a secondary school, the Hope Waldo Training Institution. It is the first Nigerian city with a hospital, St. Margaret's Hospital. It is the first Nigerian city with a network of paved roads. It is the first Nigerian city with a post office. It is the first Nigerian city with a botanical garden. It is the first Nigerian city with a monorail. The first Nigerian female politician, Margaret Ekpo, was from here. The first Nigerian female pharmacist, Ore Green, was from here. The first Nigerian librarian was from here. And the first dark-skinned professor, Eyo Ita, also was from here. Last but not the least, Calabar is the cleanest city in Nigeria. As for this last one, some of our brothers and sisters can argue, but Calabar holds that record.
In the meantime, my brother Goshes has a wonderful video on Calabar as well with lovely drone footages. I'll put the link in the description. Please go have a look. As usual, I'll see you in the next episode. God's grace and peace. Bye for now.